So, apparently, men no longer chase women. Welcome to Mr. King's Takes. Let's talk about why. Look, I keep seeing women complaining. Men don't chase anymore. They want us to chase them, to text them first, to plan the dates, to take the lead, to pay for the bill on the date. And for God's sake, who is the woman in this thing? And ladies, I understand why you're frustrated, but I need for you to understand not all men who don't chase are built the same. Let me dig into why. First of all, I must say, maybe there are some men out there who are expecting to be courted like a lady. Listen, I don't know any of those men. I can't speak for those men because that's not my tribe. The kind of man I am speaking for, though, also doesn't chase women. But it's not because he's a princess. It's because, quite literally, he doesn't have to. There are some of us men who are genuinely in abundance when it comes to women. They meet women very easily in real life. They match with hundreds of women on apps. A lot of these women text you first. They comply very easily with your date plans. They follow your lead, and they show up very eager and demonstrate real high interest, to the point where some of them even fly into the country on their own dollar for a date with you. Some of us men have been on dates nearly every day for a month and a half. I did it when I first got on apps. I speak from direct experience of everything I've just said. When you're a man and you've experienced that kind of abundance, you tell me, would you ever feel the need to chase any woman? My point is, men who experience that much access, quite literally, do not need to chase any woman. It's not because they're a princess, it's because they are abundant. And when that is the case, they get the luxury of choosing who to pursue as a result of putting women through a brief screening process to demonstrate how high their interest is. It's really that simple. Now, let's break down some numbers. Research proves that on apps, on Tinder, women swipe right on 1 in 20 profiles, 1 in 20. On Hinge, 1 in 10. On both platforms, men swipe right on 1 in 2 women's profiles. This means that most men find most women attractive, but most women, it appears, find very few men attractive. Now imagine if you were among the very few men who most women like, would you feel the need to chase anybody? And dating apps are just a microcosm for real life. Chances are, if 50 men approach to one woman, she's probably going to give a chance to just a handful of them, 5, maybe 10 max on average, and those guys will be whittled down pretty quickly, right? So the point is, if you're among the few men who have access to a lot more women, you don't have to chase. And that's why desirable men no longer chase women, because they get the luxury of choosing. Now, don't get it twisted. Desirable men still pursue women, but they pursue women who they deem worthy of their time, energy, and attention. Chances are it's women who are feminine, open, responsive, cooperative, and who are not afraid to show high interest. But chasing, that's for men who have no leverage. So, no, desirable men are not princesses. They just have the luxury of choice because they have so much abundance. They get to choose who gets their attention. And they certainly are not entertaining women who are entitled enough to think that they need to be chased. The game has changed. Listen, I feel for a lot of ladies in a world where you've been conditioned into thinking you're the prize who needs to be chased, to suddenly get into an era where the kind of man you like is rare and thus he has too many women and he doesn't need to chase anybody. It must be a real shock to the system. I feel you, but you need to recalibrate and move differently to get your desired outcome. Share your thoughts in the comment section. I'm down to respond to as many as I can. Peace.